I am pulling back the curtain on a hidden AI system that's transforming how digital products get created and sold. It's called the AI Content Engine, and it's a system I built that validates your product idea, writes your funnel, prices it, and even analyzes your sales data. And I'm going to show you exactly how it works live. These are the same GPTs I use to run my digital product business. You'll watch the demos in real time and leave with the steps you can use the same day. Join me on October 29th at 1 p.m. Eastern. You can sign up by going to empoweredbusinesslab.com/training to save your spot. Now let's jump into today's episode. Welcome to the Empowered Business Podcast, where strategy meets action. I'm Monica Froese, and I'm here to help you create, sell, and scale digital products the smart way, using AI and proven strategies to build a sustainable, profitable business. If you're ready to turn your expertise into digital products that sell and eventually grow into a thriving digital shop, you're in the right place. Each week, I break down real-world tactics, unfiltered insights, and bold business moves. Because building a digital product business should be sustainable, scalable, and designed for long-term success. Let's ditch the fluff, leverage AI to work smarter, and turn your expertise into a thriving digital empire on your terms. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Empowered Business Podcast. Today, I am bringing back my peer mastermind for our roundtable series, and this time we're tackling the big one. You know it, Black Friday. If you caught our Traffic School Roundtable in episode 103, you already know these conversations are where real business owners pull back the curtain on what's actually working right now. We're giving you real candid lessons on exactly what our plans are for this upcoming Black Friday and things that have worked well for us in the past. In today's Black Friday Roundtable, my mastermind crew and I dig into how we're using AI, timing, and smarter customer journeys to build promotions that convert without racing to the bottom on discounts. We talk about urgency that feels good, offers that stand out, and how to make the most of Q4 without burning out in the process. Whether you're planning your first holiday promo or you've been through more Black Fridays than you can count, like me, this episode will give you ideas you can execute this week to make this season your strongest yet. Now let's get into the roundtable.
Hey guys. Hey everybody. Thanks everybody for coming. We are the Weird Hermit Mastermind. I'm really excited to bring you guys this call. This group has been life-changing for me, and these women are amazing. So I'm really excited to share everything with you. What I'll say about Black Friday is there's a lot of ways to do Black Friday. I will bet you, like most things in our mastermind, we all do things very differently. And I want to encourage everybody listening to remember, like, you're the boss of your business. The best ideas for your business will come from your brain. Someone could say, oh, I did this and I made $100,000, and you could do the exact same thing. But if it feels gross in your body and you don't like it and you don't feel aligned with it, it might not work for you. There's no one strategy that's just do this and get cash, right? So everybody filter the answers through your own brain. That's what I really love about this group is you get ideas and things you wouldn't usually think of. And then you can take what someone else has done and put your own spin on it. So with that being said, everybody put their boss filters on. Oh, wait, I forgot to have you guys intro. Monica, tell everybody who you are.
Yeah, so we're going to just do this real quick. So I'm Monica Froese, and you can find everything that I do at monicafroese.com.
Hey, I'm Sage Grayson. You can find me at sagegrayson.com, and I'm a former book editor turned life and business coach. Or as I like to say, I'm a life editor, and so are you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kate Kordsmeyer. I am the founder of Success with Soul, and so excited to be here for I think this is our fourth one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Destiny.
Hey, I'm Dr. Destiny Kopp, and you can find everything I do at destinykopp.com. And I also have a BDC brand called Hobby School.
You guys got to check out Hobby School. It's the best. Elizabeth Stapleton.
I usually go by Liz. You can find things about blogging stuff over at bloggerbreakthrough.com, soon to be rebranded. And then I also talk about the legal side of online business over at elizabethstapleton.com.
Liz is the blogging queen. So if y'all want to do blogging, definitely head over there. Ruth.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be here. I'm Ruth Poundwhite. I'm a business and self-belief coach. You can find everything I do at ruthpoundwhite.com.
Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara Reid. You can find everything that I do and about me at thetarareid.com.
Last but not least, Miss Steph Blake.
Hi, everyone. My name is Steph Blake. You can find all of my info at theblakecollective.com, but I am a business consultant and tech nerd. It's the easiest way to describe me.
Steph has an amazing business platform she showed me a couple weeks ago, and I was mind blown. So if you guys are not happy with your email and website, you got to go check her stuff out. Okay, here we go. Back to the question. When do you start teasing Black Friday deals?
I've got thoughts about this. So I start teasing Black Friday very early. I do a Christmas in July special most years, and I do have another course that's a countdown to Christmas that's 6 months long. So I need to release it in July. And I'm also talking about Black Friday plans. So I get my followers thinking really, really early and strategically about where everything is leading to Black Friday. So especially if they need to fill up their shop a little more or create some kind of big bundle or do some kind of back end stuff with their tripwires and their welcome sequences, they've got tons of time to do it. So me, about halfway through the year.
I'll just jump in there. I was going to say, I'm going to be writing my newsletters for Sunday. I send out my newsletters on Sunday. And in there, I'm going to be talking about here's what's coming in Black Friday. Because I've always, in hobby school and also my personal brand, I've already had people start asking me, what are my Black Friday deals? Because budget-wise, they're trying to budget ahead. So I'm going to kind of start laying everything out. Here's what we're going to be doing. Here are the price points, just so they can get ready and start planning for it.
That's a really good point, Destiny. I feel like people are being really intentional with their spending right now. So that could be a good strategy is let people know what's coming up so they can plan.
Yeah. And honestly, Faith, if they had not started sending me those emails in the past couple of weeks, I don't know that I would have been oh my gosh, I need to start letting them know. But I started getting those emails. And I'm like, you know what? That's a really good idea. I do think people are planning ahead more so this year than what they have done in the past.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I had not thought about that. Thanks for sharing that.
I'll say I started teasing my Black Friday offers yesterday because I sent out an email inviting everybody to this. And I was like, this would also be a perfect time for me to selfishly also say, hey, P.S., I'm doing Black Friday this year, which is a little different for me because I have not done a traditional Black Friday sale in years, which I'm sure we'll get to. So I say it's never too early. And it's not like you have to tell them exactly what's coming, but just to even I just felt I'm going to tell my list, look out, because these are the dates I'm going to run a Black Friday sale this year. So mark your calendars.
That's a really good point too, Kate, that not all marketing needs to be some huge campaign. It's you can just drop it in your PS or work it into what you're already promoting and posting ahead of time. Anybody else have any big thoughts on this?
I do. Yeah. So in my mind, at least what I have seen, people aren't thinking about Black Friday yet. Actually, really thinking about it. And I don't think they actually start to think about it until November 1st. After Halloween, then it's okay, holiday season is here. Black Friday is here. I need to get my stuff in order. So whenever I've been saying things about Black Friday for a couple of weeks now, but I don't actually start saying what I'm sharing until November 1st, because I think it just goes in one ear and out the out. In one ear, out the other. They're not even thinking about it yet.
Yeah, I don't even know what we're going to do for Black Friday. So if anybody who's listening, I don't even know. I have no idea if we're going to do Black Friday. My brain is not even there. But what I'll say about Black Friday is it's just a normal promotion for us. We are marketers, right? I'm a marketer. We run promotions and sales all year. So to me, it's just another month where we're going to do some kind of cool promo for our audience. We'll probably put together something awesome. But yeah, if you don't have it figured out, it's okay.
Yeah, I wanted to say that. I wanted to give a shout out to the chaotic ADHD people who are I don't decide until, Wednesday before Black Friday. It is okay. In an ideal world, yes, think about it early, tease it. I love teasing stuff if I'm organized enough. I always think that's a really fun way to market. And I am being organized this year, but there have been times when I have totally decided last minute. In fact, last Black Friday, I decided to do a $1 trial of my low-cost membership. Never wanted to discount that membership before because it's only $7. But I thought, you know what? It's Black Friday. Why not? Got loads of people in on that trial. It was such a last-minute decision, but it was really fun. So you can always do it that way as well. If you are here watching this, don't think that you have to have all your ducks in a row. The earlier the better, yes, but it's okay if you don't.
Be honest, are your emails falling flat? You send them out and crickets, no replies, no sales, just silence? Well, on Thursday, October 23rd at 2 p.m. Eastern, I'm teaching a brand new quick win workshop called Inbox Experiments that transform replies into revenue. In 90 minutes, I'll show you the exact system I used to revive my list, boost deliverability, collect testimonials, and turn simple inbox replies into real sales. You'll learn my 3-part framework and walk away with everything you need: copy and paste templates, the experiment tracker GPT, plus a spreadsheet to organize replies automatically, and even a private podcast feed with the replay. Tickets are just $147, and you'll have a repeatable strategy you can run again and again. Head on over to empoweredshop.com to grab your ticket.
Yeah, you get to decide like how you run your business. My most chaotic Black Friday, we launched a new membership and I decided to do that the week before. But one of the ways I've used Black Friday for me that's been helpful with ADHD is I'll use it as a deadline to get something done. So I had been saying all year I was going to launch this membership, or not a membership. And like, it's, now mid-November. And I was just like, I am unwilling to go to January 1 without this being done. And I just sat my butt down and I got it done. And I really used Black Friday as a deadline for myself to make that happen and get it done. So the next question says, how many offers is too many? I tried a 7 days of deals thing last year and it wasn't a huge hit. So I'm just curious.
I think kind of talking about the lead up time too is how prepared is your audience? Do they know you have 7 days of deals and have they really registered that? Otherwise, it can be very overwhelming. I think part of like how much people are paying attention in October depends on kind of like last year and this year. Black Friday's super late, like Cyber Monday's in December, which previous years, that's not always been the case. And I think it being so late last year and the way things have been this year, I think people are planning more ahead because the time crunch gets very real at once Black Friday hits and trying to get holiday stuff done. And so I think you could absolutely do 7 days of deals, but you need to really prime your audience if you're going to do that many. And so I think it does require more lead up time rather than last minute type of promo. I did last year for the first time for Black Friday, I did the 5 days of deals. I followed Gemma Bonham Carter's thing like to the T. And it didn't do that great for me, but Black Friday is never my like biggest thing because I'm usually prepping in January. And so this year I'm really taking the mindset of like, okay, Black Friday is not going to be like the big thing, but what do I want them to buy so they're ready for my big things in January? Like it's almost like getting them primed for bigger things later, but I do have offers. And what are my overall goals that I'm working towards and what offers lead to that? So that's kind of how I'm approaching it. And I am going to do some daily deals, but I don't think I'm going to do as many as I did last year.
So daily deals never has worked for me either for whatever reason. So it's interesting how audiences respond different. I've used, and November is also not my biggest month. It's one of my biggest months, but my biggest month is usually January. And it's usually because I use Black Friday to prime for January. The way I do it is I call it a cascading method. And I've been doing it since like 2019. And it came from when we started seeing the big box retailers move their promos earlier and earlier. So I was like, well, my vision of Black Friday works that I want to do my biggest cash grab earlier in the month before inboxes get completely overwhelmed and noisy. And so that's usually me pre-selling what my big thing in January is going to be. It's something that I'm going to do in January. And then what that also allows me to do is have additional sales periods throughout the end of the year. So now I have something else that I could be pushing another incentive for in December when, I really don't want to be on the computer as much as the other months. Then my second week is usually something like one of my bigger programs, something that would be also a bigger cash grab that I'm going to do a Black Friday exclusive offer on. And then the actual week of Black Friday I announce whatever my Black Friday deal is the day before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's a real chill thank you email for everything. And then I've tried starting on Black Friday to highlight like the deal a day thing. And for whatever reason, it doesn't work for me. What I'm doing this year is I am overhauling my Empowered Shop. And my plan is there's going to be a lot of products that are going to be retired. So I'm going to do essentially like a retirement blowout sale throughout. And what I will do is highlight like one specific product every day. So I have a reason to like lead in the email, but the theme is like the retirement sale.
I got to jump in really quick and credit Monica. It just went into my brain when you were talking about the Empowered Shop. I did Monica's Empowered Shop and made my Shopify store. And that thing is great for stuff like Black Friday. We had a really successful Black Friday last year, and we just did a really no-brainer offer. It was $79 a year for the membership, and you got a $79 gift card to the shop. And it was just such a fun promo to run and really easy to put together. So if you're looking for something like that makes selling a lot of products easier, you got to check out Monica's shop course because it's really awesome.
Yeah, I'll put the link for anyone. It's called the Digital Shop Experience if anyone's interested in it. The shop definitely made me running overlay sales much easier because what I was running into before I had my shop was, oh, I want to mark everything down 50% for Black Friday, but here's 40 different checkout links to go get your 40% off. So that's honestly one of the reasons my shop came into existence. So
I will second Digital Shop Experience. I also did Monica's program before I knew Monica, and it was one of the best designed courses I've actually ever been through. Like, it made creating a shop so easy. Like, I did mine in a week, and I never would have been able to do that without Monica's thing. Now I'm not even on Shopify anymore, but I still use all of those principles. But I will say, the coupon code thing, when you want to do like 40% off everything, is you can't do that if you're not in like an e-commerce platform without making 100 coupon codes. But I will also share a dissenting experience, which I love because, I mean, just goes to show you, like, nothing works for everybody and everything works, but what works for you. And so this year I am doing daily deals for Black Friday, which I did last year, except I did it as an anti-Black Friday sale because I didn't want to work at all during Thanksgiving week and felt like, I'm going to be different. And of course, I did that for a couple years. It's not different. It's just, I feel like it's the same thing just a week or two before. And after talking to some folks, including the Mastermind and some other Black Friday people about it, I felt like I want to experiment and see if running this deal during like actual Black Friday, Cyber Monday dates will increase sales because people are just in that mindset. Yes, it's noisy. Yes, there's more competition, but yes, people are also like, while it's out, like we were just saying on our Black Friday prep call on Monday, that, oh my gosh, on Thanksgiving, like the day after Thanksgiving for me, like I get my coffee, I sit down on like at the kitchen counter with my pumpkin pie, and I open my laptop ready to spend. And so I was like, I wonder what would change if I changed the dates. But I did have daily deals. I did 5 days of daily deals, and then I brought it back at the day 6 for everything came back. I've done that now twice because I just had a birthday sale. Was that last week? Yes, it ended last week. What is time? And I did the same thing, except I didn't bring everything back. It was truly just 5 days of deals and then it was over. And that birthday sale made $25K. And the Black Friday deal that I ran last year as the anti-Black Friday made $10K. So depends on what your goals are. Those numbers might be like, oh my God, I would die if I made that much money. Or they might be like, that's it. That's not enough for me. So depends on where you're coming from. But I will say that I have had success with the daily deals. And it makes me wonder, like, why some people have success and others don't. Is it something about our audience? I don't know what the factors are, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too, because I was going to share the same. Like, we were talking about this on Monday, and I'm doing daily deals as well. Definitely performed so much better for me versus some sort of blanket flash sale. But there's other options in between those two extremes. And like going back to the question of how many offers is too many? Well, for one, I actually think if your audience is engaged and if you give them a heads up that this daily deals is coming, it can be a really fun thing for them to watch. I mean, maybe check in and see if you've ever experienced this following someone else where you've checked in every day and be like, oh, what are they going to do today? Like, I love that. It also makes sense that some people will check out because there are a lot of emails. But I do think, especially in Black Friday, like thinking about how we can encourage people to open our emails. So I'm sure Destiny won't mind me saying you have a different strategy, but it's still a daily thing, kind of like what Monica was just saying as well. Like, I'm sending something every day. I'm showcasing something every day. That's different, even if you're not doing the daily different deals. Does that make sense, the way that I've said that? You're still showcasing something new every day to encourage people to have that feeling like, oh, I wonder what it's going to be today. So there are different ways to play with this kind of daily idea that's not necessarily doing a whole different sale every day, but playing with this idea that how can I get people paying attention and checking in every day throughout the sale period?
I want to give another perspective on this because I don't do daily deals like during November at all. Because again, like I just think people are too distracted. There's just like too much information coming in. So I actually do them in December. So I will do a Black Friday sale. I don't know what I'm going to do this year. I still haven't figured that out. But December is usually my biggest month because I'll do deals throughout, like leading up to the holidays. Because I find that more people are primed to buy, which seems crazy. Like starting Black Friday weekend through like Christmas or the holiday season, like the end of the year, right? Especially for businesses because they want that write-off. So that's when I do it. So I do it, but I don't do it at the time that other people do.
Okay, I'll piggyback on that too. I have had really great luck in the first half of December doing some sort of themed, like 12 days of giveaway. Like one year, Haley, I was on a cruise and she named it like Holiday Hoopla and she made it trivia based. Like I just let her run with it. We ended up, I got so many sales when I was on this cruise and I didn't even have anything to do with it. Basically, like she gave like a fun trivia question, you reply to it, and then you got like a special coupon code to something that didn't go out to the whole list. And people just loved it and we made money and I was on a cruise. So it was great.
Yeah. I feel like this question goes with this, so I just want to throw it out there while you guys are talking. Do you find that offers with a 24-hour expiration do better than something they have all weekend to decide on? So maybe that's why the daily deals do well for people is like the deadline is fast. What do you think?
I feel like when I did the 24-hour deadline, and it's funny because I'm actually doing something like that right now with these 21 days of GPTs in October themed around Halloween. And it's so funny because right now that is working well. But during Black Friday, I think because there was so much more noise, I got a lot of complaints that I missed it. And then it's also like you're in that predicament that you're like, you don't really want to give up the money because it's the whole point of you doing this. But then it was a lot of customer service stuff too. So that's just my food for thought on that.
I want to hear from Sage and Tara, who do a little different spin. Tara shared in the chat, and I think, yeah, Sage, you did too.
Yeah, for more than 10 years, I've done an anti-Black Friday sale. So I don't sell over Black Friday. And my reasoning is like, it is Thanksgiving. It is our national gratitude holiday. If we want to thank our followers, wouldn't it be during Thanksgiving week? So I thank my followers by giving them 8 all new free video workshops. So Monday to Monday, I have 8 all new free opt-ins for video workshops. Most of these are not new. I would say almost all of them are not new. They're old summit videos. So for those of you who do summits, you can reuse those videos later or just double check with the host. But most of the time you can. So I have all these videos that most of my list have not seen unless they were in the summit months ago. So I make those my freebies. So 8 days of freebies over Thanksgiving. But I call it Thank You Week. It is one of my biggest income weeks of the year, even though I'm only leading with freebies. And that's because, like most of us do, I have Tripwires after my opt-ins for my free offers. So you're going to opt in for a free video workshop that you haven't seen before. Going to get a great, ridiculously low Tripwire for a great product. And then once they buy that product, all roads lead to my academy, which is my everything offer, where it's more than 60 digital courses. And I have a great deal for that. So I kind of lead them exactly where I want them to go. I want everyone into my academy, but I do it through freebies. And like Steph was saying, I'm priming them for December. I'm getting them on my good side over Thanksgiving because, I gave you 8 new freebies. And then in December, I'm like, don't you want to spend a lot of money with me? That's how I get them. And I do a 12 days of life editing where I release new courses. And I also promote my academy. And I've got my mastermind group this year, which is filling up in December. So I recommend that if it feels kind of icky and you want to stand out over Black Friday, give away freebies.
Sage has a really great workshop program about that strategy too, about the freebies to Tripwires. Everybody in my group that has taken it has been like obsessed with it. So I would definitely, if you guys are interested in that, I would check it out. Tara, what about
I
you?
have my anti-Black Friday sale. It's for free in our offers that we're putting in the chat.
Oh, awesome. That's perfect.
Yeah. So last year I called it Sustainable Success Soiree. So it was 5 days. It was Black Friday, the Saturday, the Sunday, and then the Monday. And I think I extended it one extra day. But basically, it was just my way of giving back. Because I did also, like Sage said, like wanted to do something different instead of just because I know Black Friday, I'm like a multi-passionate. So I'm consuming and like grabbing so many deals myself. I was like, I don't feel like I want to contribute to the noise this year. So it was really successful, like getting affiliates to promote it because it was something different. Like they're not promoting something to buy, they're promoting like free resources. And then one of the days I actually gave away a 30-day trial to my signature program. And then they like went through a sequence during that 30 days. And then I gave them a coupon code that was like, I want to stay. And I think I made $20K just from that one deal. And then there was also like, I made sure that any of the resources that they got for free each day, there was bumps, there was upsells, there was something else on the back end that they could buy if they wanted to. And yeah, it worked out really well.
I remember your soiree. I loved it. That was such a good idea. Oh, and I liked what you said. If you don't want to promote your own stuff, you could promote affiliate links.
Mm-hmm. I've always done the daily deal, Black Friday deal page. I think like I use Dama Jew has a template for that, softer template.
Raise your hand if you have Dama Jew's thing.
It's awesome. So I do that every year too, because I do also love promoting other people's stuff. Like there's so many great deals out there. It's just, yeah. And I love sharing with my audience. So I think they've come to expect it, that I'm going to share what I've come across that I'm excited about. Because yeah, I definitely love Black Friday. I feel like more as a consumer than I do as a business owner.
I want to add something too that Liz said in the chat about donating a percentage of your sales. I did this last year as well. And I'll say for me, it had an amazing impact. And I chose what I unfortunately say is a controversial place to donate, which was Planned Parenthood. And so I got a lot of unsubscribes and nasty, nasty emails from people who care so much about life that they have to tear one down. But I got also way more emails and sales from people who said, I bought because you're donating to this cause and it means so much to me. And then at the end, I donated $1,000 to Planned Parenthood. And I was like, man, that felt so good, especially this was happening last November, which was the US election. So it was a very dystopian time. And I just feel like it was so meaningful. And maybe you want to donate to something that is less politically charged, but also when better to pick something that really means something to you and to show your people who you really are and let them decide if they're for you or not. And so I really love doing that.
I fully support doing something politically charged. Like you're going to weed out your people more and you're going to feel better about your donation. I did ACLU last year.
Yeah.
But awesome. I've done Planned Parenthood in the past as well.
Yeah, I love that.
There's two more really good questions I want to get to, but I'm curious if anybody has any strong feelings about this 24-hour deadline thing. Does anybody feel like, yeah, I definitely have to have a 24-hour or I don't?
I will just say, I put this in the chat. If you do 24 hours, you must send at least 2 emails a day. Announcement email and its ending email. You cannot get away with like just one email if it's only 24 hours. And I feel like maybe that's why the bringing it all back at the end for the last day works as well as it does. Because most people who do that will say like, that was my biggest day. And I think it's because you get the people that either missed it totally unintentionally or thought about it and sat on the fence and then are now having like FOMO and regret that they didn't buy. And then it comes back and they're like, okay, one more chance. Let me get in. So I think if you were going to do the 24 hours, that probably makes the most sense.
The number of times that I've opened something in a new tab and then was like, I'll come back. Like I'm fully intending to buy this or sign up for this. And then I forget and it's like expired. So yes, I really love the bringing it back. I just want to say too, I feel like it depends on your audience because I've learned from my audience that just based on the number of emails I get whenever something ends, where they're like, I wanted to do this, I wanted to get this, and I missed it. I feel like I have to give them more time. I don't know if it's just because of my audience is a lot like me, but that's something that I've learned. So I typically don't do the 24 hours. Like I think even for the sustainable success soiree that I did, it was like a daily thing, but you had like 48 hours or something to sign up for each day's thing.
I wanted to add a couple of mindset points to this. Firstly, there is value in just deciding. It's very easy to go back and forth with your plans. I am the kind of person who goes back and forth so much. And like, I know that my business does better and I get better momentum when I just decide. Especially if you haven't tested it before, you don't know. You don't know what's going to work best. Just do something, test it, make a decision. And especially around Black Friday when everything feels noisy, if you can decide ahead of time, just go, you know what, I am going to test 24 hours. I'm just going to see what happens. And just have that decided is very, very helpful. The second mindset point that I wanted to make is sometimes if you are doing a very juicy discount, you might have feelings about it. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm discounting it that much. Now, I would never suggest you discount to the level where you feel like, no, this is just not good for me, or I feel resentful delivering it. But if it's like, this feels exciting, but also a lot, it can feel kind of safer to think, you know what, this is really a juicy 24-hour Black Friday deal. So it can be helpful in that kind of situation. And like I said, I discounted my $7 membership, which I never thought I would discount, but it was Black Friday. I mean, that actually wasn't a 24-hour one, but just the nature of it being Black Friday made me feel like, you know what the hell? It's Black Friday. If there's ever a time to experiment with something I wouldn't normally do, Black Friday is it. And actually, that's kind of why I love Black Friday. But yeah, so kind of think about your mindset in this as well and how it helps you make decisions and feel good about your discounts.
I have one more thing about the 24 hours. As we were talking about this, I realized that maybe this could be something people could implement. So right now I'm running this event in my business where I'm dropping a new GPT into my shop for 21 days. Every 24 hours, you can get the drop for $9 for the 24 hours, and then it goes up to $29. But the week leading into it, I have something called an all access pass where you could lock in your $9 pricing. So you didn't have to be there for every drop and remember to check my emails for $189, which was like a 68% discount if you got it at the final price of $29. So these people don't have to go and check my emails every day. They just have to, within a year, go and claim all the GPTs with that code out of the shop. That gave me a cash influx ahead of time, gave me momentum going into it. And now to honor that I was giving, that you had to buy it before it kicked off, I only upped it $100. So it's still a good deal if you're like midway through and you've missed some of the drops at $9 that are now at $29. You're still saving like $400. So that could be a way to mitigate the whole people might forget and then like they're missing out. And then you have this like promo period leading up to Black Friday where you're promoting this all access pass and getting cash up front too.
That's a cool idea. I'm excited to ask this next question because I know you guys are going to have a bunch of brilliant things to say. And everybody listening to this, if you don't have something to sell, you need to like listen up. Okay. So what are some things that I can sell this Black Friday if I do not have something that is 100% ready and scalable to sell?
You've got 2 months. Get it fucking ready. Let's go.
And you can always pre-sell it for Black Friday, right?
Yeah.
Like I personally don't pre-sell anything Black Friday because that's too overwhelming to me. I'm usually doing Summit stuff. But I know lots of people do and see a lot of success with that. And so if you want to confirm that your offer is good, Black Friday could be a great time to pre-sell it or pre-sell it now and try to have it released by Black Friday. Like there's a lot of options. Maybe it's not meant for Black Friday. I'm not doing a Black Friday sale for my legal templates because I'm doing a sale this month because people need their legal templates in place for Black Friday, right? So pre-sell it and then kind of decide when you want that launch to be. Just make sure you're super upfront and honest and committed to it.
Also, affiliates, like we've just been saying. If you're really not going to get it ready and you can't get yourself to just do the thing and pre-sell it, which, come on, you can, then do the affiliate deals. And I mean, this is something actually I'd be curious to bring this to the whole group because only half of us were at our little weird hermit prep. We were talking about, should you promote your affiliate offers and your own offers during Black Friday, or does it dilute your own offers? And you should just stick, if you're going to sell your own thing, you should only sell your things and leave the affiliate stuff for another time.
Honestly, so I don't always do affiliates just because of time constraints, because it can be a lot to collect everyone's affiliate information. And although AI should actually make this easier for us now. So I don't always, but I never felt like it diluted my offers. I am very cautious of what I will choose to promote so it doesn't conflict with my offers. Yeah. Like anything that can enhance, I don't know, I guess I don't feel like it takes away as long as it's enhancing their experience that they're having with me as well.
I will say, I just dropped the chat that Dama's VFD makes this really easy because you just send a form to anybody that, like, you could send it to your list. I would send it to y'all and say, hey, if you have Black Friday deals, whatever, fill out this form. They fill out their information and you just display it on your site. So
I get that.
Makes it
That's awesome.
much easier to collect.
It does.
Yeah.
I'd say the only downside of it is when people do the 24-hour deals, because then you have to fill it in 4 or 5 times and put the dates of it active. So like, because I did daily deals last year and I know other people did. And so like we each were like refilling out the form several times for each of the offers. So that's the only downside to Dama's thing is it's one
like you had to fill out someone's 5 times.
Yeah, and vice versa to mine. Yeah.
Right.
Because it's only one deal at a time. So I might go and try to tweak it in case people have additional offers. But
I create a landing page where all my offers are on one place. So I just filled it in one time for that. Although I get that it might not be as compelling to have a general come to my sale. But yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. I have all of my affiliates in Airtable. And then I just use software and put them up on a landing page.
That's the BFD system.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't have it.
Yeah.
It basically is, yeah.
It's the same thing. So it's like a softer page that displays your Airtable things in a cool, pretty view.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know what software is, I get the gist of it, but can you guys explain? Because I feel like a lot of people don't know.
So it's basically taking the data that's in an Airtable and like creating like a web page for it. So like it can dynamically update based on whatever the Airtable dates are and things like that. So you're not having to go in and manually turn offers off or on. It's a dynamic kind of display. So
you can use it like on the front end. So like if you want to customize like the front end of.
And you can add like search filters so they can search through the things.
Did you look, Monica, at my 38th birthday page?
I did.
That was softer.
It was. Oh,
yeah.
I had no idea. Okay. And can it only be fed from Airtable?
No, they do lots of different databases now. So I think Google Sheets is one. I think they have their own database stuff now. They've expanded quite a lot.
Huh.
Is just saying in the chat, Google Sheet and Spread Simple sounds like a similar setup.
Yeah.
That's what we use for my events, and it works really well.
Yeah.
I have a whole software training that I did. So if anybody wants it, it's in the chat.
Oh, awesome. I'll add too, if you guys don't have anything to sell, to really audit that thought and question that thought and think about anything you've done this year, whether it was maybe a free challenge or I had this idea where we were going to do like a Faith Mariah all access pass and it was going to be all the summit presentations I've done like in a pack. If you have anything that you have done, like, can you repackage it? Or if you're going to release maybe a bigger course later in the year, maybe just do the first module and sell that as a one-off. Like really start thinking about there is something I can sell, right? Our brains love to tell us like, I don't have anything to sell. I don't have anything to sell. I don't know what to sell. They love to like indulge in confusion because they're programmed to conserve energy. So I would really question that thought and be like, there is something I can sell. There is something I can sell that my audience will like that is not going to be overwhelming to me. And then kind of see what comes up if you're just kind of open to new ideas.
I was going to follow up to that to just see what else you can repurpose and bundle together. Bundles are one of my favorite things to do on Black Friday. Mm-hmm. Not like a bundle that you may be thinking of or like you're hosting a bundle, but like what resources do you have that you can bundle together and like make it available only for Black Friday, right? So like if you have this training and this training, right? Or if you have an interview that you did, right? Like Sage was talking about that before. Like there are so many different ways that you can repurpose the things that you already have because I guarantee that everybody has at least one thing that they can sell. Even if it is a $5 digital product, everybody has one thing that you can sell.
Yeah, I was going to say repurposing can be a great way. Even if you have tons of articles, people pay for convenience. Put them together in an ebook, right? Like that's super simple. The other thing I was going to say is if you are going to go like the affiliate route, depending on the niche, pretty sure every one of us has an affiliate program. We'd love you to promote our stuff.
Yes. We should add that to the doc.
Yeah, I love that, Liz.
Affiliate.
Yeah, I have a B2C audience too. And I always send everybody that's on my email list, they get to put their affiliate stuff in and we circulate it. So if you guys are in my community, you can look out for that too. Mm-hmm. I had one more thing that popped in my brain is if you don't have anything to sell, you could also sell like a Voxer or like a one-on-one package, or you could sell something for like next year. I've seen people sell like a pass for maybe you're going to do so many events. I would be clear about what they're getting. Right. But you could do some kind of pass for stuff you're doing next year. If you know you're going to be running a program or you know you're going to have group coaching or one-on-one coaching, you could give them a really special deal to buy early for something you're going to do in Q1.
It is truly my belief that everyone has something to sell. Everyone has something to sell. Whether you have it ready or not is another question. Go have a conversation with ChatGPT or your favorite AI tool. Ask it to interview you about things that you've done in the past or things that you are thinking about doing and your energy levels and all of that. And you will come up with some ideas. Like my favorite, you can create like a group program idea like that or a one-to-one idea like that. And sometimes I'm not saying that everyone should do a Black Friday sale and you absolutely can opt out. But sometimes having that kick up the bum is really, really helpful. And just like, you know what, I'm going to use this as my motivation to actually get something out there. I think Faith mentioned that earlier, like the ADHD deadline thing. Use it as motivation and let yourself be creative. What do you have to lose?
Exactly.
This next question says, can we talk about the importance of Tripwires for free Black Friday offers, upsells, and order bumps for paid and best practices for those? That's a great question. I was thinking about this while you guys were talking because I think the free offers are such a cool idea. I know a lot of people would love that. But I also know Tara knows what she's doing with those bumps and upsells. So when she's like, oh, I made $10,000 with this free offer on the front, there was probably a strategy. So I'd love to hear strategies you guys have used.
Oh, yeah. I do free offers during Black Friday week, and every single one of them has Tripwires. And last year, I've been really vocal about my $7 Tripwire. So no matter what I was promoting, whether it was a $27 product or a $397 product, the Tripwire was $7 for the next 15 minutes. And those worked incredibly well for me for a long time. I have been experimenting with other levels of Tripwires lately, which I may or may not do a training about. But that's incredible because they're getting something free. And then you make the Tripwire ridiculously inexpensive. It's a total no-brainer. Like, it's less than what you pay for a Starbucks drink. Of course, I'm going to get that, especially if it's for something really, really high value, or maybe something that you never discount before. And the Tripwire only exists within that Black Friday free offer. And then just like everybody else, I've got order bumps on every single offer. But for me, my order bumps are the Tripwire prices too. So I don't put like full priced order bumps. My order bumps are the Tripwire prices too. And then I lead everyone to my academy, which is my everything offer with more than 60 courses. So that has worked really, really good for me. I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that this year, but we shall see. So free offer, ridiculously low Tripwire, order bumps, and then an upsell to what you really want them to go to. What are you really leading them to? For me, it's my academy. It might be your mastermind group. It might be your membership. Like, where do all roads lead to your business? What's the thing you really want them to buy?
Yeah, I think the one that was most intentional was the one where I gave a 30-day free access, because that program has like a lot of support. So I wanted people to get in there and experience it and then stick around afterwards and want to stick around. But then, yes, the same with Sage. Like, I definitely position bumps, and I tended to do a lot of redirects. So it was kind of like a Tripwire on something that they signed up for that was normally paid that I'm now giving you for free during these daily deals. And then once they signed up for the free thing, they're redirected to a page with a 20-minute, usually countdown timer. And it's $17. Super easy. Yes. If they say yes to that, then most of the time I did try to have an upsell. Usually it was more of a one-to-one kind of one-time offer. Like, you're never going to see this again. Like, this isn't something that I typically offer. It's just something I wanted to test and do for Black Friday, which I know somebody said earlier, like Black Friday, I think it was Ruth. Black Friday is the perfect time to test.
I was going to ask you, Sage, I'm curious I don't know if I can ask this right now, but do you use Kajabi for your bumps? I feel like you must have some genius way of doing that, because I've never been able to get bumps to work on Kajabi. I never got them to sell till we moved to Thrivecart. Are you using them?
Oh my gosh. I love like the order bumps on the checkout pages for Kajabi. So more than 70% of my sales include the order bump for me. And I think that's because I say on the order bump that this is the Tripwire price. So like, I have an order bump for a $97 product, but the order bump is for $7. So you might be getting a $7 Tripwire, and then the order bump is also $7. So I feel like if you're going to have an order bump, like, yes, make it something related or something that'll take you to the next level that's somehow connected to what they're buying, but make it the Tripwire price. I don't understand when people put like a full price thing on the order bump, unless it's like really, really good. I want that sale no matter what. So that's why order bumps work really well for me, because I make it the Tripwire price. And then the upsell after is also a Tripwire for my academy.
I'll say too, I was sleeping on order bumps till like a few months ago. My attitude about them was like, I'm going to sell my $1,000 offer. I ain't got time to like pick up change on the ground.
Yeah.
Which looking back, I'm like, because there was a pivot in our business where we started doing these volume-based events, right? And so we weren't selling a $1,000 offer, right? We were selling $14 offers. I was selling it the same way I sold the $1,000 offer. And so in our last event, we just threw a random bump on there, and I was really surprised at how much it really changed our bottom line. So I'm on the upsell bump train now.
You just got on the order bump train? I had no idea. Oh my God.
Like 3 months ago. Yeah.
I like, no lie, there's no doubt in my mind I've made over $1 million over the course of my business on order bumps.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm ready to make my mill, Monica. I'm ready.
Yeah,
Speaking of bumps, love an order bump. But something I've done in the past, both for Black Friday and elsewhere, is a bump sale, which I don't know if any of you guys have done this, where it's like it starts out at one price and each person that buys, the price goes up. And that's a really fun way.
Do that
it really motivates.
I forgot about that.
How do you even
motivates
do that?
people
Like,
to
what's the
buy
trick?
fast. I mean, so I did last year. I did it with Thrivecart, where I just did, okay, this is the price, and it's limited to one person can purchase it, right? So it was still on there, but there were no available. Another one, bumpsale.co, is, I mean, they charge a fee for every transaction, but there's no actual like pay for the software. It's just the fee for each sale you make through it. So bumpsale.co, and you can set it up that it goes up by like $1 or $5 or whatever. So you start with the base, and they've got a fun calculator. If you're like, if I start at this price and it has to go up by this price, how much will I make if I make this many sales? And what's the final price? So it's fun to play around with. And it obviously motivates people to like take action, because every time someone buys, the price goes up.
Yeah. Well, I'll just add that for my bump offers, I was doing what Sage does for a while of like having it be the same as the Tripwire price. And now I'm like a week into testing this. So we'll see how it goes. It's too early to report back. But I decided to make my bump offers actually even juicier than my Tripwire price, because I felt like it was a reward only for people who are already buying something. Like anybody can see the Tripwire price, right? But they don't have to purchase it. But the only way to get the bump price is to buy something else. So now I just issued like global policy for all of my bump offers that they are 80% off the normal price of things. And so far it's been working really well. But like I said, I'm very new into this experiment, but it's also partly because I raised the price of my Tripwires. I was doing mostly really low, $7, $17 maybe. And so now I've been increasing that price, and that's also working really well too. So we'll see.
We did one that was fun one year. We called it the digital mystery box, and the price went up every day, and we would reveal like one extra thing, right? So they would see what they were buying. It was like a bonus, right? So it was like, you buy this and then you get the digital mystery box bonus. And every day we'd like reveal something else that's in the digital mystery box. And that was like the only place to get it. And I saw some of my mastermind people, you guys have the templates and layouts for that in the Black Friday in our mastermind. Anybody else have any fun ideas, Monica?
Well, actually, I'm kind of curious because I missed our prep call on Monday. So I don't know what everyone's doing. And I have not heard from you, Destiny. I'm very curious what you're doing on both sides of the business.
Destiny's always percolating over there on brilliant ideas.
Yeah, I mean, the call on Monday was so good. So in hobby school, one of the things that we're doing, and we've talked about this kind of today too, is pre-selling. So we're pre-selling our 2026 annual workshop pass. Oh. This is different from the VIP passes that we're going to be selling every single month, because they're going to have all the speaker bonuses and everything in it. This is just every single month, we're going to add the expert presentations to this for that month, because we're doing an event every single month. So that's one of the things that we're going to be pre-selling. And going back to what Faith said earlier, one of our really popular promotions that we've done in the past for our membership is doing, if they purchase like the annual or lifetime for our Craft and Create Club, giving them the $70 gift card to our shop. So we have a Shopify store at Hobby School. So we're going to be doing that again for Black Friday. But if you go to the link that we have for our affiliates for Hobby School, one of the things that you'll see that I actually did this back in August, because we have a large amount of affiliates in Hobby School, and I wanted them to have all of the information for all the stuff that we were going to be promoting, plus the Black Friday. And so we put all of that together and basically handed them their creative marketing pass for all of 2026, because we have people that promote our events every single month. So that's what I'm doing in my B2C brand. In my personal brand, I have to go back and think about what we're talking. Oh yeah, the custom GPT. So I'm going to be promoting my Creators MBA Lab. So I'm making some changes to it. I'm adding some kind of one-on-one Voxer coaching in it for all the members there. But how I'm going to be promoting it is we're going to be doing 5 days of free GPTs. We had a long discussion about how do you get people to open up your email. So that was one of the ideas that I've had. But I'm really just going to be promoting that one offer, but giving away free.
Are you talking about like my
GPTs.
inbox experiments with getting them to use the custom GPTs?
Similar to that. So in that custom GPT, we'll give them a quick win. Obviously, I'll give them a quick win, but I also want to kind of lead them and walk them through how the Creators MBA Lab can actually help them in their digital product business. So that's going to be part of that strategy. I'm super excited about it. I haven't done it the way I'm describing to you, so I can't really talk about what the results are going to be, but I am super excited about what I have for Black Friday this year.
Yeah, that's a good point too. If you don't want to do discounts, you could do a bonus, right?
Yeah. Definitely. I'm not discounting anything in my personal brand. It is all going to be bonus related.
I got a question for the group actually on the subject of how do you get people to open your Black Friday emails? So usually, well, actually, let me pose it this way. I feel like there's kind of two choices here. One is to like have your subject line of your email say, 24 hours only, or like what the deal is. Like it's just clear, right? And it's not like cutesy or clever. Then I think how normally my emails that get opened the most are emails that have subject lines that create a little curiosity gap, right? And so we're not just telling them what's in the email, we're making them go, oh, what does she mean by that? And then they want to open it. So do you find that for Black Friday specific emails, you go with clear over clever or the other way?
So what I do is when I say that my Black Friday's offers are coming, I have a very specific subject line for all of them. So they're all the same. So it'll say like in brackets, like Black Friday, blah, blah, blah. So they know what to look for if they're waiting for it. And I'll usually put like red emojis typically do the best. So I'll typically have a red emoji so it stands out in there as well. But I like to have a system. You guys know that.
Shocking.
And it makes it easier for me too, because then I don't have to think of like a catchy subject line, which is like, hey, look in your inbox on this day. This is going to be the subject line. So then they don't even have to guess.
I lean Steph does too. Keeping it.
And I decide, sorry, Monica. I decide ahead of time, like I'm sending my 2 emails at this time and this time, like when I'm doing a sale like that. I also, if I'm organized enough, create an opt-in, even though I am, let's be real, going to send the sale to everyone on my list. I do create an opt-in ahead of time for the people who are really keen to like make sure that they know that they're getting these emails. And I create an opt-out for the people who don't want it. But I think that awareness building is helpful ahead of time as well.
That just reminded me, I did that last year where I was like, if you're on the wait list, you get, I think, 36 hours to get the deal as opposed to 24, which was a painless setup. I remember that. But I did do that where it was like, which meant I had separate pages. Now I'm like, it's coming back to me how complicated my setup was last year because of all the things I did.
This is like, Liz is having a trauma response right now.
It's all a learning experience though, right?
It is. But it was a fun experiment to be like, okay, well, because you guys were, I think they got access 12 hours earlier was what it was. Like it all ended at the same time, but they got access earlier, which because one of my sales was a bump sale was a big thing.
Speak up, Sage. Come on.
I will say for subject line, since mine is called Thank You Week, I do TYW, then day 1, day 2, day 3. So they know, like, where's day 4? Did I miss it? Like, they know there's something every single day of the week. And then I do the curiosity one for my after Christmas sale. So I'm priming them in Black Friday. I'm giving them lots of free stuff. I'm priming them so that I can sell. After Christmas, December 26th, for more than a decade, has been my biggest income day of the year. And it's been great because I send an email because, like, it's the day after Christmas. The wrapping paper is still on the floor. The kitchen is a mess. You're still in your pajamas and you, like, are feeling kind of gross. So I send an email right in the morning that says, didn't get what you wanted? Because most people didn't get what they wanted. There's a big letdown after Christmas. Woo, like your energy is tanking after the holidays. Like it's finally over. You did all that work. So I definitely do like the curiosity thing. Like, what is this? And play on they are feeling a little low after Christmas. So that works really well for me for a subject line. And who is it saying? Steph, yes, always put an emoji in your subject lines because most people don't. So if you do, you're going to stand out in that long list of sale emails that they're getting.
That made me think too, when you were saying, Sage, you put the name of your sale in the subject line. I think something that really helps sales is like, just make it a big deal. Like you want it to feel like it's a whole thing, right? It's like the anti-Black Friday sale. It's like a whole thing, right? Not just like, oh, hey, I discounted some stuff. Here you go. You want to have this lead up where it's like, we're doing this and present it like it's exciting.
Yeah.
That's literally what I do. I use my name. Instead of Black Friday, it's Blake Friday.
Yeah, I love that.
And
not
so
everyone
good.
can do that.
I remember that last year, Black Friday. That was good.
We're running out of time. Anybody got any hot tips they want to drop? What would you say for like everybody listening would be just a little nugget you would want? Or maybe your past self, something you wish you knew on Black Friday before?
If you're selling all year, you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket for Black Friday. You can take it easy.
That's a good thought. It's just one launch. It's not a big deal, right? Not scary.
I always say that because of the rush and the noise, you can get in your head about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. It's really good to make an empowered decision either way. So if it's a no, it's a real no. And if it's yes, it's like, I'm going to do this my way. Make that decision ahead of time. You can save yourself a lot of overthinking.
And I would say too, along those same lines, like it's all just an experiment, right? I mean, I think you saw from all of us, we're all testing new things this year. We tried things last year. Some of us learned, oh God, that really overcomplicated things. I'm not going to do that again this year. Or maybe there's a better way I could do this. I'm going to try pre-selling. I'm going to try this. I feel like I try to think of business as like playing a video game and you're just trying to see what's on the next level and you might die, but you get another life. Like, it's okay. You get to try again. So the way I said that was like, you might die from doing a Black Friday sale. You might die in the video game, but you have unlimited lives in video games, right? You might die.
We have the doc with everybody's offers. Could you drop it in the chat?
Yeah, let me grab that. So we have a ton of offers for you. And I added in all of our affiliate program links. So you can sign up for our affiliate programs too. There you go.
This is something we want to do more often. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, let us know, and definitely let us know like ideas for future ones. We want to like reply to whoever's email you came from. Anybody else have any last final things we should talk about before we sign off?
I mean, I would say don't stress about it. Repurpose what you already have. Promote affiliates. You don't have to discount if you don't want to discount. There's like a zillion different ways that you can set up Black Friday if you want to do it. And if you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's also okay.
Let us know what you want us to talk about next time.
Yeah, put it in the chat. That's how we came up with this. Oh, actually, I think Destiny came up with this one last time. She's like, we got to do Black Friday.
Yeah. Timing wise, it was perfect.
Wait, Q5. What's
Q5? There you go. That's a smart one. Planning, right?
Oh, is that what okay, that's the first time
New Year planning.
Yeah.
I'm planning for the new year in November.
I mean, I love a good goal planning session.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
that
too.
That would be a good discussion for sure.
That is a good idea. Thank you. Who said that? Thank you, whoever said that. We're taking notes over here. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming. It's great, as always, like talking to you guys. I really appreciate everybody on the panel, like your time and your knowledge, and everybody that came to hang out. I think it's really fun. And we just want to get together more often and share kind of what's working and what's not, and just share kind of what we're seeing. The space is changing a lot. We kind of want to share like what we're seeing in the space and what we're testing in real time, and give you guys a little behind the scenes of the businesses. And that's it. I guess we'll see you guys at the next one. Watch your email. We'll send emails out about the next panel that we do if you want to come.
And we might be together for the next one, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be at our in-person.
We're all going to Atlanta to meet in person, which is always, I love like that when you're internet friends and then you're like in real life and you're like, oh my God, we're not on Zoom.
We're going to miss you, Ruth, but we totally understand you're so far away. We'll Zoom you in.
Yeah, so maybe we'll be in person for the next one. That's kind of funny to think about.
Yay.
I'm crying in English. Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. Bye, guys.